Define zoology. Define zoology. Zoology is the branch of biology that deal with the study of animal. Zoology is the branch of biology that deal with the study of animal. Scope of zoology. Scope of zoology. Point number 1, in the field of health and disease. In the field of health and disease. Point number 2, in the field of agriculture. In the field of agriculture. Point number 3, in the field of industry. In the field of industry. Important branch of biology. Important branch of biology, that is cardiology. Cardiology, it is the branch of zoology that deal with the study of heart. Cardiology, it is the branch of zoology that deal with the study of heart. It is the branch of biology that deal with the study of heart. Helminthology, point number 2, helminthology, it is the study of helminth worm. It is the study of helminth worm. Protozoology. Protozoology. Point number 3, protozoology, the study of protozoan. The study of protozoan. Point number 4, hematology. Hematology, the study of blood. The study of blood. Point number 5, parasitology. Parasitology, the study of parasites. The study of parasites. Point number 6, pathology. Pathology, the study of case, symptoms and effect of disease. The study of case, symptoms and effect of disease. नमस्ते, म रुपेश चौधरी र अहिले यस भिडियोमा हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ जोलोजीको मोस्ट रिपिटेड क्वेसन जुन फाइनल एक्जाममा आइरहेको हुन्छ। त्यही भएर म भन्न चाहन्छु कि यस भिडियोमा जे जति क्वेसन एन्सर्सहरू छ त्यो सबै आफ्नो कपीमा सार्नुहोस् र प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुहोस् फाइनल एक्जाममा जानुभन्दा पहिला। सो यस भिडियो मन पर्यो भने लाइक गरिदिनु होला र के प्रश्न छ भने कमेन्ट बक्समा लेख्नु होला र यस्तै नयाँ नयाँ भिडियो चाहियो भने सब्स्क्राइब गरेर राख्नु होला च्यानललाई र कुनै यस्तो नयाँ नयाँ साथीहरू छ भने उनीहरूलाई पनि यो भिडियो सेयर गरिदिनु होला। सो thank you for watching this video and best of luck for your examination. Thank you. Define pacemaker. Define pacemaker. Pacemaker is an electronic device or a specialized tissue that initiates the heartbeat. Pacemaker is an electronic device or a specialized tissue that initiates the heartbeat. What is tidal volume? What is tidal volume? It is the volume of air that is breathed in or out during normal breathing. It is about 500 ml. It is the volume of air that is breathed in or out during normal breathing. It is about 500 ml. Question: what are antibiotics? What are antibiotics? So answer: the antibiotics are the chemical substance that produced by microorganisms, that is bacteria and fungi, which are capable of destroying or inhibiting the growth of another microorganisms. Any antibiotic are the chemical substance that is bacteria and fungi which are capable of destroying or inhibiting the growth of another microorganisms. Question number next. Define digenetic life cycle. Define digenetic life cycle. Answer: digenetic life cycle is a parasite which complete its life cycle in two hosts. Digenetic life cycle is a parasite which complete its life cycle in two hosts. Define nutrition. Define nutrition. Answer: the process by which organisms take in and utilize food materials. The process by which organisms take in and utilize by food materials. Mutualisms. Define mutualisms. Answer: mutualisms is an interreaction between two or more individuals in which both are benefited because of association but cannot live separately. Mutualisms. Define mutualisms. Answer: mutualisms is an interreaction between two or more individuals in which both are benefited because of association but cannot live separately. What do you mean by IVF? Full form of IVF: in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization or test tube baby technique. So answer: in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization. Answer: in vitro fertilization or test tube baby technique involves fertilizing egg outside the body and then transferring the fertilized egg, known as pre-embryo, back into the uterus. The pre-embryo develops into a child. What is binomial nomenclature? Question: what is binomial nomenclature? What is binomial nomenclature? Answer: the system of assigning scientific name of any organisms with two names, that is generic name and a specific name, is known as binomial system of nomenclature. कहिलेकाहीँ व्हाट इज बाइनोमियल नोमेनक्लेचर सोध्छ र कहिलेकाहीँ व्हाट इज बाइनोमियल सिस्टम अफ नोमेनक्लेचर सोध्छ। सो कन्फ्युज नपर्नु होला। सो र कहिलेकाहीँ व्हाट इज बाइनोमियल सिस्टम अफ नोमेनक्लेचर विथ इक्जाम्पल सोधेको हुन्छ। सो इक्जाम्पल सोधेको हुन्छ भने यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म सारिदिनु। सो the system of assigning scientific name of any organisms with two names, that is generic name and a specific name, is known as binomial system of nomenclature. Example, कहिलेकाहीँ example सोध्छ, त्यही भएर मैले example पनि दिएको छु। So example, scientific name of man is Homo sapien. So Homo mean generic name and sapien mean a specific name. So easy छ, मजाले गर्नु होला। scientific name त थाहा नै छ। Question define organic evolution. Define organic evolution. So answer, heritable change in characteristic of organisms over successive generation is called evolution. कहिलेकाहीँ डिफाइन इभोल्युसन मात्रै सोधेको हुन्छ र कहिलेकाहीँ डिफाइन अर्ग्यानिक इभोल्युसन। सो कन्फ्युजमा नपर्नु कहिलेकाहीँ, किनकि यो दुइटै भनेको एउटै हो। सो answer, heritable change in characteristic of organisms over successive generation is called evolution. Wildlife. Define wildlife. Define wildlife. So answer, wildlife refer to all living organisms that live in their natural habitat. It includes cultivated plant and domesticated animal. In other words, all living things, vast animal, plant and microorganisms found in their own natural habitat are called wildlife. Wildlife refer to all living organisms that live in their natural habitat. It includes cultivated plant and domesticated animal. In other words, all living things, vast animal, plant and microorganisms found in their own natural habitat are called wildlife. So question, define genetic. Define genetic. Answer, genetic is the branch of zoology which deal with the study of heredity and variation. Genetic is the branch of zoology which deal with the study of heredity and variation. Question, define neuron. Define neuron. So answer, neuron is the branch of medical science which deal with the study of nerve cell. Neuron is the branch of medical science which deal with the study of nerve cell. Define snake venom. Define snake venom. Answer, snake venom is a clear, sticky, faint yellow or greenish colored liquid containing different enzymes and toxins secreted by poison gland of a snake. Answer, snake venom is a clear, sticky, faint yellow or greenish colored liquid containing different enzymes and toxins secreted by poison gland of a snake. Define respiration. Define respiration. Answer, respiration is a biochemical process by which organic compounds of food are oxidized to liberate chemical energy. Respiration is a biochemical process by which organic compounds of food are oxidized to liberate chemical energy. What is bile? What is bile? Answer, bile is a digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. What is bile? What is bile? Answer, bile is a digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Bile is the digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Question, define reflection with example. Define reflection with example. So answer, any automatic, unconscious and involuntary response to a stimulus is known as reflection. Any automatic, unconscious and involuntary response to a stimulus is known as reflection. Example, immediate withdrawal of hand when we touch hot object, knee jerking, etc. Example, immediate withdrawal of hand when we touch hot object, knee jerking, etc. Common name and scientific name. Common name and scientific name. Common name भनेको English name हो र scientific name भनेको unique name हो, जुन दुनियामा एउटै नाम हुन्छ र त्यो फिक्स हुन्छ, अरु कसैको हुनै सक्दैन हो, त्यसलाई नै साइन्टिफिक नेम भनिन्छ. सो कमन नेम, इंग्लिश नेम. सो राइनो, राइनोसेरोटेडिया. डाफे, हेफोफोरस इम्पिजोनस. टाइगर, पेन्थेरा टिग्रिस. अर्थवर्म, फेरिटिमा पोस्टुमा. लिभर फ्लुक, फेसियोला हेपाटिक. क्रैब, कैंसर. कॉकरोच, फेरी प्लानेटा अमेरिकाना. स्लीपर एनिमल, कुल. Paramecium caudatum. Proch पढ्दाखेरि प्रौच हुन्छ र प्रोनाउन्सेस गर्दाखेरि रौच हुन्छ जस्तो कि सुनामीमा अघिमा टी हुन्छ नि अनि यस यु हुन्छ हो त्यसरी नै प्रौच पढ्दाखेरि हुन्छ र प्रोनाउन्सेस गर्दाखेरि रौच हुन्छ सो पेलेमोन क्याटल लिच हेरिडोनरिया ग्रानुलोसा सो यो सबै इङ्ग्लिस नेम हो र यताको साइन्टिफिक नेम हो सो र यो तीनवटा मैले छोडिदिएको किनकि अब सबै म नै गर्छु भने तिमीहरू के गर्छौ त्यो भएर मैले यो तीनवटा छोडिदिएको हो यो मजाले गर्नु होला यसको साइन्टिफिक नेम के हो त्यो लेख्नु किनकि यो एक्जाममा पहिला नि आइसकेको छ सो नेम द जोलोजिकल नेम अफ एनी टु पोइजनस स्नेक फाउन्ड इन नेपाल एन्सर द टु पोइजनस स्नेक फाउन्ड इन नेपाल आर नजा नजा बङ्गारुस नेजर नजा नजा साइन्टिफिक नेम स्पेक्टल कोब्रा tall cobra. So Bangarus nezer, greater black kirat, greater black kirat. So define term vector. Vector is a carries mosquito tick that take the disease from any infected individual to uninfected individual. Vector is not affected with the disease. Define term vector. Vector is a carries mosquito tick that take the disease from any infected individual to any uninfected individual. Vector is not affected with the disease. What do you mean by digenetic parasite? Example, parasite which complete its life cycle in two hosts is called digenetic parasite. Example, Escherichia giardia. What do you mean by digenetic parasite? With example, parasite which complete its life cycle in two hosts is called digenetic parasite. Example, Escherichia giardia. Define obligatory parasite. A parasite which cannot exist without a parasite life. Example, Plasmodium. A parasite which cannot exist without any parasite life. Example, Plasmodium. Question. The dental formula of man is so I 2/2, C 1/1, PM 2/2, M 3/3 into 2 is equal to 33. अब यसलाई बुझाउन खोज्छु म एडल्टको फर्मुला के हो डेन्टल फर्मुला 21 23 सो 21 र 22 भन्नुको अर्थ आई भनेको इन्सिजर हो सी भनेको केनाइन हो र पीएम भनेको प्लिमोलार हो र एम भनेको मोलार हो सो इन्सिजर कतिवटा हुन्छ ठुलो मान्छेको दुईवटा हुन्छ दुईवटा माथिमा हुन्छ दुईवटा तलमा हुन्छ सो र केनाइन कतिवटा हुन्छ एउटा माथि हुन्छ एउटा तल हुन्छ सो र प्रिमोलार कतिवटा हुन्छ दुईवटा माथि हुन्छ दुईवटा तल र मोलार भनेको तीनवटा तल हुन्छ र तीनवटा तल र माथि सो यो सबै जस्तो कि 2 + 1 3 भयो 3 + 2 कति भयो 5 5 + 3 8 8 भयो नि 8 × 2 गर्दाखेरि 16 हुन्छ र यो तलको पनि 8 × 2 गर्दाखेरि 16 16 16 र 16 प्लस गर्दाखेरि 32 वटा सो मान्छेको जम्मा 32 वटा दाँत हुन्छ सो र सानो बच्चालाई 2102 हुन्छ किनकि यसमा प्रिमोलार भन्ने हुँदैन सो यसमा दुईवटा इन्सिजर हुन्छ बच्चामा र एउटा केनाइन हुन्छ र प्रिमोलार हुँदैन र मोलार भनेको दुईवटा हुन्छ मतलब तलमाथि दुईटै सो क्वेशन नम्बर क्वेशन व्हाट इज रेस्पिरेसन Answer, respiration a biochemical process by which organic compound of food are oxidized to liberate chemical energy. Respiration is a biochemical process by which organic compound of food are oxidized to liberate chemical energy. Question, what is bile? Answer, bile is a digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder is called bile. Question, what is bile? Answer, bile is a digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder is called bile. Question, what is chloride shift? So answer, the process of movement of chlorine ion from blood plasma into red blood cell after the diffusion of bicarbonate ion into plasma is called chloride shift. It is also known as Hamburger shift or phenomenon. So the process of movement of chlorine ion from blood plasm into red blood cell after the diffusion of bicarbonate when into plasm is called chloride shift. It is also known as Hamburger shift or Hamburger phenomenon. So question, list the composition of urine. List the composition of urine. So answer, the human composition of urine are water 96%, urea 2%, other 2%, that is uric acid, creatinine, ammonia, sodium, potassium, chloride, phosphate, sulfate and oxalate include 2%. So question, define fossil. Define fossil. Answer, these are the remain or impression cast of the entire organism of plant and animal of past geological age. It offer or direct proof of evolution. These are the remain or impression cast of the entire organism of plant or animal of past geological age. It offer or direct proof of evolution. Question, the organ of female reproductive system. Answer, the organ of female reproductive system. So external genitalia. External genitalia. The external genitalia are collectively known as vulva. यसलाई भल्भा पनि भनिन्छ. सो एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलियामा के पर्दछ र? पोइन्ट नम्बर 1, मोन पुबिस, लेबिया मेजोरा, लेबिया माइनोरा, स्लेटोरिस, वेस्टिब्युल, हाइमिन, बार्थोलिन ग्ल्यान्ड, पेरिनियम. पोइन्ट नम्बर बी, इंटरनल जेनिटेलिया. इंटरनल जेनिटेलिया. पोइन्ट नम्बर 1, भेजिना, युटेरस, फेलिपियन ट्यूब, ओभरिज. सो यो हाइमिन भनेको के हो थाहा छ? यो हाइमिन ब्रेक हुँदाखेरि ब्लड लिकेज हुन्छ भेजिनाबाट. अब भन्छ नि केटी भर्जिन छ कि छैन भनेर कसरी थाहा पाउने? सो यो हाइमिन ब्रेक हुँदाखेरि भर्जिनबाट ब्लड निस्किन्छ, हो त्यसलाई नै भर्जिन भनिन्छ. सो हाइमिन भनेको भर्जिन पनि भनिन्छ. सो हाइमिन भनेको भर्जिन अर्को नाम रहेको छ. Question, name the organ of male reproductive system. Name the organ of male reproductive system. So answer, the organ of male reproductive system are, so external genitalia. External reproductive system मतलब बाहिर भएको reproductive system. So बाहिर के हुन्छ? स्क्रोटम, टेस्टिस, पेनिस. यो तीनवटा बाहिर हुन्छ. र इंटरनल जेनिटेलिया भित्री रिप्रोडक्टिभ सिस्टम. सो भित्र के हुन्छ? इपिडाइडेमिक, भास डिफरेन्स, स्पर्मेटिक कोड, इज्याकुलेटरी डक्ट, युरेथ्रा. सो यिनीहरू भित्री जेनिटेलिया हुन्. र एसेसरी सेक्स ग्ल्यान्ड. सो यसमा के पर्दछ? सेमिनल भेसिकल, प्रोस्टेट ग्ल्यान्ड, बल्बरथ्रल ग्ल्यान्ड. र सिम्पल तरिकामा लेख्दाखेरि इक्जाममा यसरी पनि लेख्दा हुन्छ. सो द organ of male reproductive system are, so scrotum, testes, penis, epididymic, vas deferens, spermatic cord, ejaculatory duct, urethra, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. जुन इजी लाग्छ त्यही गर्नु, जुन तरिका. यसमा एक्सटर्नल र इन्टर्नल र एसेसरी सेक्स ग्ल्यान्ड छुट्याइएको छ र यसमा इजी तरिकाले सो गरिदिएको छ. सो जुन गर्दा नै हुन्छ. एन्सर त्यही हो. फरक यति हो कि यो एक्सटर्नल र इन्टर्नल र एसेसरी सेक्स ग्ल्यान्ड छुट्याइएको छ. सो What are the modern criteria of classification of animal or living being? What are the modern criteria of classification of animal or living being? Basic criteria of 5 kingdom classification are: point number 1, complicity of cellular structure. Complicity of cellular structure, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Point number B, level of structural organization. Level of structural organization, that is unicellular or multicellular. Point number C, mode of nutrition, that is allotroph or heterotroph. Mode of nutrition, that is allotroph or heterotroph. Point number D, lifestyle. Point number D, lifestyle, that is producer, consumer, decomposer. Producer, consumer, decomposer. Point number E, phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic relationship, that is evolutionary history of the organism. Evolutionary history of the organism. So Question. Mention the control measure of mosquito. Mention the control measure of mosquito. So answer. The control measure of mosquitoes are. So point number A. Mosquito can be killed by spraying DDT, BHC, Deldrin, Malathion, etc. Mosquito can be killed by spraying DDT, BHC, Deldrin, Malathion, etc. Point number B. Use of mosquito net before sleeping. Use of mosquito net before sleeping. Point number 3. Water surface can be poisoned by spreading kerosene, oil, petroleum, etc. Water surface can be poisoned by spreading kerosene, oil, petroleum, etc. Point number D. Screening door, window and ventilator. Screening door, window and ventilator. Point number E. We should make public awareness program is essential. We should make public awareness program is essential. So question. Explain delicate adjustment of host and parasite. Explain delicate adjustment of host and parasite. So answer. The delicate adjustment of host and parasite are. So यो दुई तरिकाबाट एडजस्टमेन्ट हुन्छ. पहिलो मर्फोलोजिकल एडजस्टमेन्ट र अर्को फिजियोलोजिकल एडजस्टमेन्ट. मर्फोलोजिकल एडजस्टमेन्ट भनेको इट इज द स्टडी अफ एक्सटर्नल स्ट्रक्चर अफ द बडी र फिजियोलोजिकल एडजस्टमेन्ट भनेको इट इज द स्टडी अफ इंटरनल organ अफ द बडी. सो मर्फोलोजिकल एडजस्टमेन्ट भनेको. सो पोइन्ट नम्बर 1 बडी शेप एन्ड साइज. बडी शेप एन्ड साइज. पोइन्ट नम्बर 2 organ of adhesion. organ of adhesion. Point number 3 organ of locomotion. Point number 3 organ of locomotion. Point number 4 organ of locomotion. Organ of locomotion. So point number 4 organ of nutrition. Organ of nutrition. Point number 5 neurosensory system. Neurosensory system. Point number 6 host. Point number 6 host. So point number B physiological adjustment. Physiological adjustment. It is the study of internal organ of the body. So point number 1 protective mechanisms. Protective mechanisms. So point number 2 anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Point number 3 high fertility. High fertility. Question. Animal tissue. Animal tissue. So answer. Animal tissue having similar origin to perform a specific function is called tissue. The word tissue was coined by Bachat 1802. So types of tissue. Type of tissue. Epithelium tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Epithelium tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. So question. Future of phylogenetic system of classification. Future of phylogenetic system of classification. So answer. Point number 1 monocote were considered primitive to dicote. Monocote were considered primitive to dicote. Point number 2 orchid to be more evolved than grasses. Orchid to be more evolved than grasses. Point number 3 evolution of angiosperm from a single stalk. Evolution of angiosperm from a single stalk. Question. Define connective tissue. Define connective tissue. Describe the structure, location and function of areolar and adipose connective tissue. So answer. Define connective tissue. So answer. Tissue that connect or bind together or support the various tissue and organ of the body is called connective tissue. Tissue that connect or bind together or support the various tissue and organ of the body is connective tissue. Answer. Tissue that connect or bind together or support the various tissue and organ of the body is called connective tissue. So point number A describe the structure, location of and function of areolar and adipose connective tissue को दोस्रो क्वेश्चन. सो यो अर्को क्वेश्चन को आन्सर हो. सो areolar tissue structure. Point number A areolar tissue. So structure. It is a loose connective tissue that consists of matrix fiber and cell. It is a loose connective tissue that consists of matrix fiber and cell. So matrix. It is transparent and semi-fluid which contain fiber and cell. So fiber. So white collagen fiber and yellow elastic fiber. So what collagen fiber? Answer. These are long on-branch fiber and present in the bundle. These are flexible but inelastic as they contain collagen protein. These are long on-branch fiber and present in the bundle. These are flexible but inelastic as they contain collagen protein. So, yellow elastic fiber. These are long branch fiber and arranged singly. These are flexible and elastic as they contain the elastin protein. These are long branch fiber and arranged singly. These are flexible and elastic as they contain elastin protein. यसमा फरक के छ व्हाइट कोलेजन फाइबर र येलो इलास्टिक फाइबरमा? यो अनब्रान्च हुन्छ र यो ब्रान्च हुन्छ र अर्को यो बन्डलमा पाइन्छ भने यो सिंगलमा पाइन्छ र यसमा इलास्टिक कोलेजन प्रोटिनमा पाइन्छ भने यो कोलेजन प्रोटीन सँग रिलेटेड हुन्छ भने यो इलास्टिन प्रोटीन सँग रिलेटेड हुन्छ यति बुझ्दा हुन्छ सो point number 3 cell point number 3 cell so point number A fibroblast these are spindle shaped cell they produce fiber these are spindle shaped cell they produce fiber point number 2 point number B macrophage these are amoeboid and phagocytic cell. These are amoeboid and phagocytic cell. Point number C, mast cell. These are large oval shaped cell containing granular cytoplasm. They secrete heparin and histamine. Heparin is anticoagulant while histamine causes inflammation of tissue. These are large oval shaped cell containing granular cytoplasm. They secrete heparin and histamine. Heparin is anticoagulant while histamine causes inflammation of tissue. Point number D. Adipocytes. These are spherical or oval shaped cells that store fat. These are spherical or oval shaped cells that store fat. Point number E. Plasma cell. These are small round or irregular cells. They produce antibodies. They are a small round or irregular cell. They produce antibodies. So location of areolar tissue. So under the skin यो skin को भित्रमा हुन्छ areolar tissue. So function of areolar tissue. So point number A, packing and binding tissue between skin and muscle. It helps in protection. Point number B, adipose tissue. So structure. Point number 1, it is the modified from areolar tissue containing matrix fiber and cell, but fat cell or adipocytes are present in large number. It is the modified from areolar tissue containing matrix fiber and cell, but fat cell or adipocytes are present in large number. Point number B. Point number 2. Adipocytes is a spherical or oval shaped cell with fat. Adipocytes is a spherical or oval cell with fat. Point number 3. Its cytoplasm is thin and nucleus lie on one side. Point number D. Point number 4. It has less number of fiber. So location of adipose tissue. So location of adipose tissue below the skin around the eyeball, heart and kidney. Function of adipose tissue. Point number 1, store fat as rich of food materials. Point number 2, it acts as heat insulating layer. Point number 3, it acts as source observer around the kidney, eyeball, etc. Question: write the difference between male ascaris, female ascaris. So difference between male ascaris and female ascaris. So point number 1, Male are the smaller than female with the length of 15 to 30 centimeter. Male are the smaller than female with the length of 15 to 30 centimeter. Female are longer than male with the length of 20 to 40 centimeter. Female are longer than male with the length of 20 to 40 centimeter. Point number 2. Male Ascaris. Tail is curved ventrally to form a hook-like structure. Tail is curved ventrally to form a hook-like structure. Female Ascaris. Point number 2. Tail region is straight and conical. Tail region is straight and conical. Tail region is straight and conical. Point number 3. Male Ascaris. Alimentary canal open externally through a nose and there is a separate gonospore. Alimentary canal open externally through a nose and there is a separate gonopore. Female Ascaris. Point number 3. Alimentary canal and genital pore open internally into cloaca. Alimentary canal and genital pore open internally into cloaca. Male Ascaris. Point number 4. Absence of penile setae. Absence of penile setae. Point number 4. Female Ascaris. Point number 4. A pair of copulatory spicule or penile setae arise from cloaca. A pair of copulatory spicule or penile setae arise from cloaca. Question. Write the difference between artificial system of classification, natural system of classification. So artificial system of classification. So point number 1. Morphological character. It is based on the large number of character. It is based on the large number of character. Point number 2. Superficial character. Superficial character. It is used character from morphology, anatomy and genetic etc. It is used character from morphology, anatomy and genetic etc. Point number 3. It give no information about natural relationship or phylogeny of the organism. It give no information about natural relationship or phylogeny of the organisms. It give information about natural relationship or phylogeny of the organism. It give information about natural relationship or phylogeny of the organisms. Point number 4. Unrelated organisms are placed in a given group. Unrelated organisms are placed in a given group. So related organisms are placed in a different group. Related organisms are placed in a different group. Question. Write the difference between Culex mosquito and Anopheles mosquito. Culex mosquito and Anopheles mosquito. So Culex mosquito. Point number 1. Eggs are laid ventrally in a group in dirty water. Eggs are laid ventrally in a group in dirty water. Anopheles mosquito. Point number 1. Eggs are horizontally laid in single in clean water. Eggs are horizontally laid in single in clean water. Culex mosquito. So point number 2. Eggs are scissor shape without lateral air float. Eggs are scissor shape without lateral air float. Anopheles mosquito. Point number 2. Eggs are boat shape with two lateral air float. Eggs are boat shape with two lateral air float. Culex mosquito. Point number 3. Pupa is colorless with longer respiratory siphon and without palmate hair. Pupa is colorless with longer respiratory siphon and without palmate hair. Anopheles mosquito. So point number 3. Pupa is green color with short respiratory siphon and are with palmate hair. Pupa is green color with short respiratory siphon and are with palmate hair. Point number 4. Culex mosquito. Body is well built with short leg. Body is well built with short leg. Point number 4. Anopheles mosquito. Body is slender with delicate leg. Body is slender with delicate leg. Point number 5, Culex mosquito. These are the vector of filarial parasite. These are the vector of filarial parasite. These are the vector of filarial parasite. Point number 5, Anopheles mosquito. These are the vector of malarial parasite. These are the vector of malarial parasite. Question. Write the difference between plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Plant kingdom and animal kingdom. So, plant kingdom, presence of cell wall, presence of central vacuole, presence of chlorophyll, It has a definite shape and size. Its stimulus is slow response. They reserve food in starch grain. They are autotroph. So, animal kingdom, absence of cell wall, absence of central vacuole, absence of chlorophyll. It is well developed and definite shape and size. Its stimulus is quickly response. They store food in glucagon. They are heterotroph. So, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. So, point number 1, presence of cell wall, presence of central vacuole, presence of chlorophyll, It has a definite shape and size. It is well developed and definite shape and size. Its stimulus is slow response. Quick response. They reserve food in starch grain. They store food in glucagon. They are autotroph. They are heterotroph. So prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So, difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So, point number 1, prokaryotic cell. It is simple and primitive type. Eukaryotic cell. It is advanced and modern type. So, point number 2, prokaryotic cell. It is lack developed nucleus. Eukaryotic cell. It is well developed nucleus. Prokaryotic cell. Absence of Golgi bodies. So, eukaryotic. Presence of Golgi bodies. Prokaryotic cell. Absence of cyclosis. Eukaryotic cell. Presence of cyclosis. Prokaryotic. Point number 5. Flagella is single fibrillar. Eukaryotic cell. Flagella 9+2 fibrillar. Digestive system of man. So, it is divided in 3 parts. So, first, alimentary canal. Second, digestive gland. And third, physiology of digestive system. It is also called as process of digestive system. So, let's come back in alimentary canal. So, it's including mouth, vocal cavity, pharynx, larynx, esophagus, stomach, and intestine. Intestine is divided into 2 parts, that is small intestine and large intestine. It included part of small intestine, that is duodenum, jejunum, ileum, and large intestine including its part, that is cocum, colon, rectum, anus. So, come back in work and their function. So, मौतले के काम गर्छ र खाने काम गर्छ, भोकल क्याभिटी के काम गर्छ, चबाउने काम गर्छ, फ्यारिक्स र ल्यारिक्स के काम गर्छ, बोल्ने यताउति गर्ने काम गर्छ र ओसोफेगस के काम गर्छ। यो ओसोफेगस भनेको पाइप हो, खासमा यो फुड पाइप हो। ओसोफेगस भनेको फुड पाइप हो। यो पाइप स्ट्रेचेबल हुन्छ, जुन तन्किने र त्यो आफै आफ्नो शेपमा गइहाल्ने हो, त्यसलाई नै स्ट्रेचेबल पाइप भनिन्छ। सो स्ट्रेचेबल पाइप भन्छ नि, मान्छे उल्टो खाँदा पनि के हुँदैन, मतलब त्यो बाहिर आउँदैन, वान वे हो यो पाइप। सो त्यही भएर यो फुड मुखमा लिँदाखेरि डाइरेक्टली पेटसम्म जाने काम गर्छ। र स्टोमकमा हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड हुन्छ जसले गर्दा हामी कुनै कुरा पनि खाएपछि त्यहाँ गलाइदिइहाल्छ र गलाएपछि त्यो इन्टेस्टाइनमा गएर बस्छ। सो इन्टेस्टाइनमा जम्मा दुईवटा पार्ट हुन्छ, एउटा स्मल इन्टेस्टाइन र एउटा लार्ज इन्टेस्टाइन। इन्टेस्टाइन इट्स ह्याभ टु पार्ट, सो स्मल इन्टेस्टाइन एन्ड लार्ज इन्टेस्टाइन। स्मल इन्टेस्टाइनमा के हुन्छ, डिटोनियम हुन्छ, जेजोनियम हुन्छ र इलियम हुन्छ। र लार्ज इन्टेस्टाइनमा हुन्छ कोकुम, कोलोन, रेक्टम एन्ड एनस। सो र पोइन्ट नम्बर 2 डाइजेस्टिभ ग्ल्यान्ड। सो एन्ड सिलिभरी ग्ल्यान्ड चाहिँ फुडमा मिक्स भएर अनि मात्रै त्यो भित्रसम्म जानलाई हेल्प गरिन्छ, हो त्यही इन्जाइमलाई सिलिभरी ग्ल्यान्ड भनिन्छ। सो लिभरले प्रोड्युस गरिन्छ बाइल जुस जसले पचाउनलाई काम अति आवश्यक हुन्छ। सो र पेनक्रियाज प्रोड्युस गरिन्छ इन्सुलिन जसले पचाउनलाई अति महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका खेलेको हुन्छ। सो सिलिभरी ग्ल्यान्ड चाहिँ त्यो फुडमा मिक्स भएर भित्रसम्म जानको लागि काम गरिन्छ र सपोर्ट हुन्छ। र लिभर भन्नुको अर्थ यो बाइल हो, बाइल जसले गर्दा हाम्रो फुड चाहिँ पचाउनेलाई काम गर्छ। र पेनक्रियाजले इन्सुलिन प्रोड्युस गरिन्छ र यसले पनि धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ फुड पचाउनको लागि। सो पोइन्ट नम्बर 3 फिजियोलोजी अफ प्रोसेस अफ डाइजेस्टिभ। सो पोइन्ट नम्बर ए इन्जेक्सन, डाइजेसन, अब्जर्प्सन एन्ड इजेक्सन। सो इन्जेक्सन भनेको कुनै कुरा हामीले आफ्नो भित्र लिनु मतलब कि खानु, र डाइजेसन भनेको कि कुराहरू त्यो भित्रमा गएको कुराहरू पचाउनु। यो पचिसकेपछि अब त त्यो मतलब त्यो गलाउनु पचाउने जे हुन्छ त्यो हो डाइजेस्टिभ सिस्टम भनेको, डाइजेसन भनेको। पोइन्ट नम्बर सी अब्जर्प्सन भनेको त्यो गलाइसकेको छ, अब त्यो गलेको बाट हुन्छ नि त्यो प्रोटिन, भिटामिन, क्याल्सियम, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटिन यिनीहरू त्यहाँबाट झिकेर अब ब्लडमा ट्रान्सपोर्ट गरिन्छ, हो ब्लडमा ट्रान्सपोर्ट गरिसकेपछि अनि मात्रै हाम्रो बडीमा इनर्जी हुन्छ। सो इनर्जी आइसक्छ, अब के गर्ने, त्यो त निस्किसकेको छ भिटामिन प्रोटिनहरू, अब के गर्ने, त्यो इजेक्सन हुन्छ। इजेक्सन भनेको त्यो प्रोडक्टलाई निस्काउने जुन वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट हुन्छ नि भित्रमा, हो त्यसलाई नै बाहिर निस्काउने प्रक्रियालाई इजेक्सन भनिन्छ। लाइफ साइकल अफ टेनिया सोलियम, लाइफ साइकल अफ पेनिसिलिन, लाइफ साइकल अफ प्लाज्मोडियम भिभक्स, यो तीनवटा मजाले गर्नु होला, मैले गरेको छैन। सो त्यही भएर म भन्न चाहन्छु कि यो तीनवटा कुनै दुईवटा मजाले गर्नु होला, किनकि फाइनल इक्जाममा आएकै हुन्छ। त्यही भएर म भन्न चाहन्छु मजाले गर्नु होला र फाइनल इक्जाममा राम्ररी इक्जाम दिनु होला। यो आफैले गर्नु होला, म गरेको छैन, त्यस्तो पनि भिडियो लङ भइसकेको छ। सो डिफ्रेन्ट बिट्विन टेनिया सोलियम एन्ड टेनिया सङ्गिनोटा, यो पनि आफै गर्नु होला किनकि म अहिले गरेको छैन, त्यही भएर। सो थ्याङ्क यू फर वाचिङ दिस भिडियो। आशा गर्दछु यस भिडियोबाट केही न केही हेल्प मिल्यो होला, त्यही भएर म भन्न चाहन्छु कि यस भिडियोलाई लाइक गरिदिनु होला र के प्रश्न छ भने कमेन्ट बक्समा लेख्नु होला र यस्तो नयाँ भिडियो चाहियो भने च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब गरेर राख्नु होला। सो थ्याङ्क यू फर वाचिङ दिस भिडियो।